Hey guys, hope you're good. Today I'm going to show you my foundation routine finally. This is a routine for when I'm on camera, so when I'm having photographs taken or when I'm doing a tutorial or if I'm going on a night out. This is not like my everyday face because I don't actually wear makeup during the day. Well, I go through phases, so sometimes I feel, you know, I want to, but at the moment I'm not wearing makeup during the day. But for tutorials and for having photos taken, etc., this is my routine. So it's kind of it's a full coverage look, and it's, you know, it's kind of like the flawless look. So today I'm going to show you how to do this look, and if you like it, keep watching. Okay, I start off with a completely bare face, so I don't moisturize before I put my makeup on. I don't use a primer. So I begin with MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NW45, and I just rub that all over my face, starting from my nose, working my way out, and just make sure that's completely blended in. And I also apply some to my neck. I then use MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and I mix NC50 and NC45 together. So I squirt those on the back of my hand, and then I rub the colours together, and I just dab it under my eyes using my finger. I've actually found it works better with a foundation brush from e.l.f. If I just blend it in that way, it works better, but this is fine too. And I just make sure that it's all blended, that there are no lines showing, no streaks. And I also apply some to my chin, just the areas which are slightly darker, and I make sure it's all blended. I take my e.l.f. powder brush, I basically use the edge of it and I dab it into the foundation on the back of my hand. I just apply a tiny bit to the edge of the brush, and I tap this onto my face in like kind of tiny strokes, so I don't cover the whole brush with the product. I only cover a tiny part of the brush with it, and I just kind of pat it onto my face and just use the rest of the bristles to really work the product into the skin and create a really nice flawless effect. I use the remainder of the foundation and concealer and rub it into my neck. Okay, I'm using a bit more of the Pro Longwear Concealer in NC45. And the bit that I've put on my nose is for highlighting. Okay, next I take Dermablend Concealer in Chroma 5.5, and I dab this under my eyes, doing a patting motion. You should really do it a lot more gently than me, but sometimes I get impatient and just rub, but you should just be dabbing. I then take the pale shade and I try and get that into the darker areas, the areas where the shadow is falling. I was really tired when I filmed this, so I had extra bags. So I'm just working to kind of give the illusion of the bags disappearing by putting the light concealer in the shaded areas, in the darker areas. And I just work to blend that out. I use a translucent powder, but it's actually quite tinted. It's from CC UK and it's called Silk Finishing Powder, and I like this because it has a bit more colour to it, so it keeps the under eye area not just it doesn't just keep the concealer fixed, but it also adds a bit of a highlight as well. Now I take my MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation in NW45 and I just dab the sponge on the powder. I don't rub it in, I don't take too much, I just dab it, and then I just press it onto my face. Really gently, just working it into my skin so that it doesn't look too cakey. I'm just pressing it all over my face. Okay, so now I've done my brows, and I take the Dermablend concealer again and I just cover my eyelids with that. Now I take the Sleek Face Contour Kit and I'm going to contour my nose. I start off using just a standard eyeshadow brush. It's got a lot of bristles and it's thick and soft, so it's not going to create a harsh line. And I draw a line from the beginning of my brow all the way down the sides of my nose, and then I work to blend that out so the line isn't too harsh. It's good to get a powder for contouring that it's not too dark, so a shade or two darker than your skin tone, but not too much, especially for the nose area. Okay, now I'm using the paler shade of Dermablend and I am rubbing that on the bridge of my nose, and I'm just gonna work to blend that out as well. Okay, when I contour my cheeks, I already have a contour line on my face, like naturally my cheeks go in, but if you don't have this line naturally, you just suck in your cheeks and you see where the line naturally occurs, and that's where you apply the contour lines. Okay, now I'm just blending this line out. I'm just doing it for the benefit of the camera because I don't actually normally do this, but yeah, you should blend it out. Okay, now I'm just removing the Silk Finishing Powder from under my eyes, and hopefully it should look nice and flat under my eyes after I've done this. Okay, lastly, I'm using MAC Fix Plus. This basically gives a natural kind of dewy effect. I find that it speeds up the process of what will happen naturally. Like in an hour after you've put your makeup on, it's going to absorb into the skin and look kind of more natural anyway. But with the Fix Plus, it just speeds up that process and makes it look nice and more like skin and not so much like caked on makeup. But just for the video, I thought I'd show you how it's supposed to look. And that's the look. Thanks for watching.